Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Thanks for coming on over today. Love you guys. Know you're loved today. I really hope you do somehow. At least you are by me. So you have that. Anyway, I wanted to show you what my February 2022 glue book is going to be. And I hesitate to call it a glue book, although there will be gluing. But there's going to be a whole lot of other stuff going on in here as well. So it could be an art journal, it could be a junk journal, it could be mixed media. So just, I ask you to forgive and to open the door of what this book could be as far as a definition is concerned. I just really wanted to mess with my paints and my stencils and other mediums I haven't played with in a while. And let me show you what I did, okay? So here's the book that I'm going to use for this month. And it's just an old mail like this. It's made out of envelopes and junk mail, mostly envelopes. So the different sizes of papers, different heights, different widths. Some fun colors and other things that I may incorporate or might not, you know, things. But so that's all this book is. It's this, and I have several of these, and I'm going to do one of these a month for the year of 2022. So that's what this one is. Well, I have been watching a lot of mixed media people lately, and it kind of started out with this. I painted papers, and I had a whole session just playing with that. So I wanted to make a book that would include some of the things that I made, and then I went on and I grunged this up a little bit. So I just will flip through it really quick, and it's a mess. I just didn't think it was very relaxing to just plaster down paint and grab a stencil or whatever. I even threw in some sewing here. So, and this is, right now you're gonna see a lot of black, white, and grays in this. A little bit of blue with some sewing. I left the paint wet and stuck another piece of paper on it and let it dry and then ripped off the excess. And then you get this cool texture thing. With that as well. I did that in a couple different places. But I sewed on a few things just to give it more of that grunge look. Used lots of different fibers. This is parchment paper that was part of a coffee dye session. So that was a pickup page right there. This is more painting session. And so as you can see too, stencils, and just lots of different things on here that I just played with one day. And there's some more of the put the paper on it with wet glue and then rip off after it's dried, or tear it just to see what comes up left. And you get a kind of a cool effect that way if you're going for the grungy look, which I kind of was. So yeah, texture paste, I used a little bit of that in here as well. And who knows what's going to happen on the inside of this. But while I was thinking about what I wanted to put in here, of course there's images. So I went through some of my stash and pulled out some images from, and some large words, just to be interesting. Images from books and magazines and some other things that I would like to incorporate here in this book. Most of them are in some neutral tones, so I'm gonna try to keep it that way, but pops of color here and there. Why not? Because that just makes it interesting. Some big letters. Isn't she beautiful? I might try to trace and draw her first because I just like that. And there's a couple of them. Oh, and her too. I mean, just interesting faces. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Anyway, so I have several images, some older, some funkier. It's a pan. Some of these are from a Garden and Gun magazine that I dissected. and used for lots of different things. So those are some of the images you might find in this book. I also went through, let's see, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I showed this to you before. I'm not going to show you that again. But I've had these book pages that have been stenciled on and some other stuff. So I might implement that. Here's some napkin on here as well. So these could be fun to use. Some of my inked up, messed up telephone pages. This is clean up napkins. I've got letters and words, some envelopes that have the black and white theme, black, grays, and whites. And then I took one of my garden guns and I pretty much wrecked it. You know, I took all of the junk out that I wanted for the most part, and there's more stuff in here too I could use. But I took my stencils and my paints and went to town on what was left of pages that I took the other stuff off of. So I ripped out pages and I stenciled on them and I grunged them up. I made some letters, some big fat letters. I don't know what that means or what I'll use them for. It's just a big R, A, and then just lots of fun goofing around with some of my painted papers and then this magazine. So you can kind of see what I was doing. A lot of letters. I have a whole stack of stencils that are alphabet stencils, and it's like some of these I haven't even used for anything. Here was a marker session with on my painted papers, more stenciling. I really like that stencil. And then some blank stuff that I can use for background colors. Some of these you've already seen from my work session with my painted papers. And this is one of my pages from my magazine, my Gardening Guns magazine. And so I took my gold pen, a new gold pen that I it was one of my acrylicos. But I just made some scribble writing on there, some stenciling, and here's some words that have been with the texture paste. And this was a messy texture paste, letters and stuff. So as you can see, I've got a lot of stuff that I can work with that can be background or anything really. And I can use either side of that. But I got a little crazy with my stencils and my magazine here. So had a lot of fun with this, I have to say. I've got a lot of pages still that I can use in here. It's like I like these colors in here. That could be something orangish and yellow, and I can put that in my orange file. So, and I love this picture too. I don't know how I'm going to utilize it because it's the cover. I'm not quite sure yet. But that's making use of this magazine that I don't have any otherwise love for. So it's becoming a source to make stuff with. It's being repurposed, reused. Here's some scraps of other things. I pulled out a few pages of scrapbook paper that I haven't used yet, and some letters. So that'll be fun. Here's some washi tape that I made, and I'm gonna grunge this up a little more, a little less orange. Pick a page, and this too. This was just something from a garden journal that I made. And all of that stuff, I know you get out 1,800 pounds of stuff to make a little book, right? Isn't that how it is? Here's some of my pickups. Here's a little more of the parchment paper. These are my pickup paint, paper towel, and what are these called? My wet wipes, duh. Found some fibers that I had been saving for God knows what reason, but won't that be cool in a grungy journal? And then some cheesecloth and a few pieces of fabric, and then just junky junks. This is just a paint pickup fleece. So lots of little things in there. And what I did was I wanted to add some more elements, something you see in these messy journals are sewed items. So that's why I did a few pages with the sewing. I haven't pulled up my machine in a while. So it's like, yeah, you get to use you. So I made some clusters, just grabbed a few pieces and to be used inside my journal, inside the book. So even something that I drew. So, you know, it's an experiment. It's going to be different. I made a pocket out of this, and we all know that this doesn't stick with glue very well, but I love that sound. So this will probably go inside of a pocket or behind something as a tuck. But I did keep some of this stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I can staple. That's definitely something I can do with this stuff that'll work. So anyway, that's where I'm going with this book. And it's very different. It's I think I'm going to call it a grunge. I'm not sure. Could be grunge, could be messy journal because it's very, very sloppy. This was an attempt at a texture paste with a doily stencil type of thing, but it just came out messy. So I only sewed part of it. But I've got pops of color. I've got blue. So what I want to do, I want to get started in this. So I'm going to take my Elmer's Strength Extra Glue Stick. I also have Fabri-Tac for some of the bigger pieces. And let's just do a page with not even thinking about stuff. Let's just grab some things and glue them on a page, just not even with a lot of fanfare or overthinking. And I need something to wipe with. Well, what do you know? Got a tissue right there. I really like all of these different elements that I can put together in this. And I'm just going to tear and go, and it's going to be kind of cool that way. So it's already taken shape right there. And I'm gonna put some white, if there's too much black or too much grunge, I'm gonna actually get out my white gesso too and be able to manipulate a page that way. Let's use something like this. Let's see. Oh wow, I love this. I love it. And let's see, I think I'm going to use this on here. Well, before I do that, wait, stop, whoa. Wait, stop, whoa. Those are too small. Let's get this, because this kind of pulls in that blue. And this was just a picture in the Garden and Gun magazine that I just painted over and wrote on. And I used up that pen, the white pen. Ended up having to use two pens because it ran out. But I'm gonna love how this looks. I've just like the grungy look of it already. Oh, that's fun. I like those colors together, and those bringing that together. Oh, that's gonna be fun. What else do I want to put down here? these threads hanging out. It's a little too long though. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this. And it's totally different than anything I've ever done before. Tried to wipe this my mat off, but it's just not gonna get clean. I don't even know. So that'll be fun. I don't have any tags made, but something like this would fit in there. I could do something short to tuck it in there. That might be fun. Maybe I'll make a blindfolded one. Have you seen those videos? That's been so funny. Those have been hilarious. So there we go. You know, that's just kind of what I'm going for in this book. A little mess and then grunge and just whatever this stuff is. All these things that I've created. And I might make more clusters too because I just like how that looks. Isn't that fun? It's got a little fluff in its paint and this ripped edge. I mean, this is one of my paper plates. So, and just a session with markers on my painted papers. And so we'll see how it all goes. Edic, that's not a word. I don't even know. It's part of a word. I think it was part of medic. I don't even know. But I like the letters. I like the colors with it too. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. That's what the February 2022 book is going to be. It's going to be this grungy, messy journal that I haven't given a total name for yet, but maybe by the time I title this video, it will have a name. All right, you guys, I'm gonna keep working on this, and I hope you're having a great day and getting a chance to be creative somehow. I love you guys, really. Know you're loved. Hope everyone's being healthy and taking care of themselves during this time and enjoying some winter sports and the Olympics at this point in February of 2022. It's pretty fun. Okay, guys, take care, and as always, God bless. Bye-bye.